I'm gonna show you how to generate hundreds of qualified B2B leads in minutes, regardless of your niche or location. Now, if you don't know what lead generation is, pretty self-explanatory. We're generating leads for your business. These are potential customers that you can then sell your products or services to. So let's get into it. So this is a recent lead list that I generated, around 200 leads in here. It took me less than half an hour, and I did this for a live cold calling video on YouTube on behalf of one of the marketing agencies that I mentor. So you can see we've got decision maker, title here, name, last name, company, and email and phone number, so we can actually contact these guys, and it didn't take me much time at all. I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can generate leads depending on your experience level and depending on your budget. When you're first starting a business, you might not have much money to spend. You might not want to pay for softwares or pay people to generate for you. So you're going to have to do this manually, and one of the great tools that you can use is Google Maps, funnily enough. So let's say I'm doing this for aesthetic clinics. One of the things that I would do is I would literally just type in aesthetics clinics, and you can do this for any niche, on Google, and here we've got a massive list of companies, huge list. So we can work through this list, we can go on the website, and we can then go look for information. So you'd want to make sure that you have a spreadsheet somewhere. This can be on Google Sheets, it's nice and easy, with first name, last name, title, company name, website, email, and so on and so forth. Any information that you want to be gathering which is relevant for your business. So when we actually open up that website, we can go on About Us, and we want to try and find out who the decision maker here. So here we have Dr. Ryan Taylor, there we go. So we would go over, we would copy and paste this website, put it on our lead list. We've got Ryan Taylor, we know this is the person we're going to try and call, okay, and we're going to take a phone number from the contact details page on here as well, or even on Google, you can see we've got the phone number there, and we're going to say, hey, can I speak to Ryan, please, if we're calling them up. If you want to email them and so on, you can just follow a different strategy. Cool, and it really is that simple. And you want to do this, you want to smash through this list and keep working through there on any of these businesses that are qualified, looking at the About page. If you can't find them on the About page, then just search business name and then owner on Google, and you might be able to find them on LinkedIn or somewhere else, okay? So that is the manual way of generating leads. It's gonna take you on average 5 minutes to generate a lead, get them on your spreadsheet, okay? Do all your lead generation in one bulk sitting. Don't lead generate and then reach out to them, okay? Don't alternate. Get all your leads and then reach out to them afterwards. So that's the manual way of doing things. But you guys aren't here for that, right? You want the hack. So let's look at some tools. A really good tool for B2B is Apollo.io. Now what Apollo does is it trawls websites like LinkedIn to find decision makers for you to reach out to. So let me just log into this right now so you can have a look how this actually works. This is actually a tool that I use to generate that massive list of aesthetics clinics. So I'll show you the list first of all. So we go search people, we've got aesthetics, and I zoom in here. Okay, so we've got a long list of leads here, all these different people that we can contact. We've got the company name, we've got the contact name, and it's really important that if you're generating leads, you are doing it for the decision maker, right? You never want to be reaching out to leads if you don't have a decision maker. You might as well just not reach out to them at all. Okay, so we've got this long list of leads, and we've got the criteria on the left-hand side. Now, the things that I'm looking for here are, first of all, the job titles. So we've got owner, founder, director, or C-suite. C-suite is simply whether they're a C-level executive. We've got the location, because I'm looking United Kingdom. We've got employees 1 to 10 or 11 to 20. So I want these to be small companies because this is a new start. Marketing agency is going to be providing Facebook ad services. You don't want them to be big companies. And then we've got industry keywords. So aesthetic, Botox, dermal, dental, excluding dental. I didn't want this to be dentistry. I just wanted it to be aesthetics clinics. And we've got some industries there as well. And that literally is all we have here to generate this big list of leads. And if I want, I can just click this, I can hit select all people, and then I can go and export that list of leads here, and then I can simply upload them onto Google and play around with them. Let me do another list here though, so you can actually see this in action. So we go search people, I'm gonna do a new search. Let's say we wanna reach out to gym owners or fitness business owners. So we're gonna do job titles. Again, let's do this kind of owner. We're gonna do founder, maybe just fitness brand owners in general. Maybe it's e-commerce. C-suite, CEO, managing director, you know, all the top kind of ones. Cool, that'll do for job titles. Let's do location. I'm gonna do United States for this one. You wanna be starting local, first of all. If any of you watching this are agency owners or aspiring agency owners, start local with your local area or local country at least, but do your local area and then build outwards. Employees, I don't want these to be big companies. Just keep them nice and small. In fact, I'm gonna get rid of 11 to 20 because there's some massive companies, loads of companies there in just 1 to 10. And industry keywords, here we go. Industry and keywords, advanced settings, okay, include keywords, gym, okay, look at all these gyms. Level best used gym equipment, Gym Bro, Tech Towel, okay, so Born Fitness, okay, so we've got loads of gyms here, literally gym owners, CEO, founder, executive, cool. We've got 2,100 leads here. We can go and we can select all of those. Now, I think that Apollo has a variety of different pricing structures. I think you can pay like $30 a month as the absolute minimum, but you can manually select all of these, or you can pay a little bit more than that, and then you can select everybody on the list, and you have the privilege of doing so all in one bolt. And then you can just hit export, and all you're going to want to do is want to go through each of those websites and make sure that they are actually qualified, okay? What you don't want to do is, when using a tool like this, is just go ahead and just take every lead and then blindly reach out to them. You want to make sure when you get them on your list, you are then qualifying. If you hold the command button, if you're on Mac, you can hit these buttons, you can hit website, 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 website. It will open them all up on tabs, and you can just make sure it's the kind of company that you want to be reaching out to. So there's literally 2,000 leads there generated in under 5 minutes. What else can we do? Now, another thing actually, if you do export that list of 2,000 leads, another thing that you need to be able to do is actually find the mobile numbers, okay? So this is very important because not all business owners will be easy to reach. Pretty much all business owners will be easier to reach on their mobile phone. In fact, I don't know why I'm saying that. Everyone will be easier to reach on their mobile phone. So if we can generate or find mobile phones online, and you can find them in various different places, then we absolutely should try and do that. It's going to take you a lot of time to try and do that yourself, so I would recommend paying somebody else to do this on your behalf. So let's say we just generated that list. We exported that list of 2,100 businesses. We then went through it and we filtered and made sure they're all qualified and they're the kind of companies we want to reach out to. I would then recommend you going over to Fiverr and paying someone in the lead generation department. You could do lead qualification, or lead generation would probably be better. You could pay any of these guys, and make sure you're looking for people with good reviews. You could pay any of these guys to go ahead and enrich your leads. So they're going to take that list of leads and you're going to send them instructions. You're going to say, hey, can you go and try find mobile numbers for all of these business owners? Especially if you're cold calling, right? If you're not emailing and DMing, it's not really relevant. But if you're cold calling, you really want to make sure you try and find some mobile numbers. But it's not the difference between you getting business and not. It's just going to make it a lot easier for you. Pay someone on here to go look and see if they can find mobile numbers. They'll trawl the internet. They'll be out there. And normally these guys work in kind of third world countries, so they work for a lot cheaper than you would have to pay someone native to your country, okay? So you can pay anything from 30 cents to 50 cents for a qualified mobile phone number by sending them over to these guys. But on the flip side to this, let's say you don't have the budget for Apollo. Let's say you don't want to be using a software right now and you're just starting out. I think there is so much merit in paying someone, if you have a small budget, to generate leads for you as soon as you have the budget to do so. So you could, in theory, just pay one of these guys to generate a whole list of leads for you instead. You don't even have to use Apollo. You don't even have to use Google Maps. Instead, you could just say, hey, look, can you get me a list of UK aesthetics clinics? And they'll go do the rest for you. Or you can give them a helping hand. You can tell, guys, there's so many different ways that you can generate leads, right? I literally teach 15 ways that you can generate leads in our mentorship program, the Affluent Academy. If you're an agency owner, you should check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Let me go through this. Looking at aesthetics clinics. Let's see if I can find a list of aesthetic clinics. Oh, here we go. Hang on, what's that? What clinic? Top 10 aesthetic clinics. Look at this. This is a database of aesthetic clinics. 943 aesthetic clinics in the UK. Look at that. So you could take this website and you could send it to one of these guys on Fiverr. You could pay as little as 100 leads for £13, right? Nothing. And out of 100 leads, I know I could generate at least 5 meetings from cold calls. So you could send this website to a lead generator, lead scraper on Fiverr, and they will then go and look at all these companies and they'll find, and even here, look, we've got the business owners' faces are on most of these. Look at these guys, these business owners' faces are here. So we're gonna find a business owner's name, Dr. Raj, and then a lead scraper can go and generate all of these leads from this website, from an input. And you can do this for anything, right? Let's just say you're working in, I don't know, Bricklayers UK, okay? It's a labor. Check a Trade, great website. Check a Trade is a website where you can literally find, look, plumbers, lecturers, roofers, builders. You can go on this website, go for a category, copy and paste that, send it to a lead generator, and again, they will scrape information that you've given them. So you can control the quality of the leads you're asking to be generated. Now, I'm gonna go back over to this cam. Now, it's funny because I can't count how many times I've had conversations with business owners, mainly agency owners because they're the companies that I mentor in our education business. I can't count how many times I've had agency owners come up to me and say, Jordan, my biggest bottleneck right now is leads. I can't generate enough leads for my business. But that's the easy part. Right? That's literally the easy part. And sure, it takes a long time if you do it manually, and there are lots of different hacks and stuff that you can use to generate leads manually to make it quicker for you. But if you have any kind of budget, which is all there, £13 to generate 100 leads, if you have any kind of money to spend whatsoever, lead generation should be the thing you outsource straight away. I know agency owners that are making 2K a month and still say to me, hey Jordan, lead generation is an issue for me. The message from YouTube. There might have been some of you that are watching this right now. But you need to change your mindset around lead generation and realize that it's something that you should pay out for very, very quickly. Because lead generation should not be a bottleneck in any of your businesses. The hard work is in the outreach, when you're sending your emails, when you're sending your DMs, when you're cold calling, when you're running ads, whatever that is, however you then utilize those leads, that is the time consuming part. That's the thing that takes all of the work. Lead generation should not be a bottleneck. So get it in your head that as soon as you can afford to do so, and I believe that most of you watching this can, you should outsource lead generation through software or through human. Now, what we do in our agency, the Affluent Agency, we reach out to 500 new leads every single day. If you don't know, I own a marketing agency. We've generated over 50 million in return on investment for our clients. We've made a few mil ourselves, and we signed up 5 clients in the first, it's actually the 10th of March recording this. In the first 5 days of this month though, we signed up 5 clients, a client every single day. And we do this through consistent outreach. We reach out to 500 new companies, new leads every single day. And to generate that monumental amount of leads, we use a combination of software to generate the initial list, and then we send it out to our lead generation team out in India, who then go and qualify that list, enrich it, and get all the mobile numbers and so on and so forth, so we have all the contact details that we need. Now, I think it's important to introduce that human element of lead generation as well when you can afford to do so, because if you just use software, like Apollo for example, then you're going to be reaching out to the same leads as absolutely everybody else. And Apollo just uses information like LinkedIn. But there are so many other companies out there, business owners, that aren't using platforms like LinkedIn. And if you don't use manual lead scrapers and lead generators to find those companies, then you're never really going to be tucking into that hot pool or that blue ocean pool of leads that other people aren't reaching out to because they're only using software. Sweet guys, that's more than enough for you to get stuck into. If you want to learn more lead generation strategies and how to actually reach out to those companies and sign them up for your business, click link in the description, check out the academy, and we'll see you all soon. Cheers.